Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. Recently, I've looked at some videos about an abandoned distillery in Frankfort, Kentucky. I had never heard of it, but it's the old Taylor Distillery. It manufactured bourbon, like Old Granddad and Jim Beam. The building is on 83 acres of land, and it's fallen into... It's run down, but I mean a lot of it's still intact. It's a picture of the distillery, and there are plenty of other pictures of the old Taylor's distillery on the internet. So I'd share that particular one, and a little history on this. Old Taylor Bourbon was named in honor of Colonel Edmund Haynes Taylor Jr., who was born in Columbia, Kentucky in 1832. Taylor starred and owned several different distilleries throughout his career, most successful being OFC and Carlisle distilleries, the forerunners of today's Buffalo Trace Distillery. He was a grandnephew of General Zachary Taylor, whose aide is quoted as alerting the enemy during the Mexican-American War. General Taylor never surrenders, a declaration which was stamped into whiskey flasks, resulting in a positive effect for General Taylor's successful campaign to become the 12th President of the United States. Colonel Taylor is said to have fought in favor of the Bottled in Bond Act, a law that required sellers to state what is on their bottle. Taylor was a contemporary and an acquaintance of Dr. James C. Crowe, Oscar Pepper, Judge Williams B. McBrainer, John H. McBrainer, and W.F. Bond, and apparently was an adept businessman and public relations professional when it came to packaging and promoting his bourbon. Unlike most distilleries of that time, it looked more like a sawmill sitting in a thicket. Taylor's distillery on Glens Creek near Frankfort was designed to resemble a medieval castle with the landscape grounds of an estate. The distillery attracted tourists and picnickers who were often given temporary 10th pint bottles of Old Taylor. As of April 2014, the historic Castle Distillery structure is abandoned but still standing. Some of the materials from the barrel houses is being reclaimed for construction. Plans have been proposed to refurbish the castle and gardens. As of 2014. In the late 1940s, Old Taylor Bourbon was promoted with the slogan, "Sign of a Good Host." Little more information on this. It was purchased by William Arvin and Partners and his Perry-style company, and it sits on 83 acres, and it was purchased for $950,000. William Arvin dreamed of getting into the bourbon business. He thought there's no better way to do this than create a great spot for people to see history. He's partnered with Wes Murray and they plan to invest $6 million and also plan to add a visitor center, and they're talking about a motel and a restaurant as well to get tourists to come back. In the 1880s, visitors used to come to the grounds to take home their 1/10th pint. Colonel E.H. Taylor wanted good quality whiskey. That's one of the reasons he started that distillery. He was a longtime Frankfort mayor and descendant of James Madison and, as I mentioned, Zachary Taylor, two former presidents of the United States. His distillery is said to have bottled 1 million cases of bourbon. That's hearsay. The distillery closed in 1972 and was bought by Jim Beam from National Distillers, and they basically bought the distillery and shut it down, just eliminate some competition. Taylor died in 1922 at the age of 90. So pretty interesting piece of history. I would like to go out, make a trip out there once they get this thing together, have it open to the public, restored and everything. Pretty interesting piece of history, interesting structure, and thought I would share that. And as always, thanks for watching.